You've just received the diagnosis that your child is autistic. Maybe you had already noticed some different characteristics, or perhaps it came as a total surprise. Either way, from this moment on, many questions start swirling in your mind. What does this mean? What will happen to my child in the future? Will they be able to have a full life, with friends, school, work? And what should I, as a parent, do now? If you're feeling overwhelmed, scared, or even a bit lost, take a deep breath. These feelings are completely normal, and you're not alone. Today, we're going to talk about what comes after this diagnosis. We're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation, in a simple and straightforward way, about what you can do to support your child and how you can take care of yourself on this journey. Because yes, it is a journey filled with learning, challenges, moments of overcoming obstacles, and many victories. The key here is information, love, and patience. And believe me, with these 3 pillars, you and your child can build a life full of possibilities and happiness. Throughout this video, we'll cover topics like what autism spectrum disorder is, the available forms of therapy, how to create a routine that aids in their development, the importance of school inclusion, and practical strategies for dealing with behavioral challenges. So, take a deep breath, and let's take the first step together. Now that you've taken a moment, it's important to understand one thing: autism doesn't change who your child is. They are still the same special child you've always known and loved. The diagnosis is simply a tool that will help you better understand what's going on in their mind and how you can provide the best environment for them to grow and develop in the best possible way. So, what is autism, after all? Let's start there. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is called a spectrum because it encompasses a wide range of manifestations and intensities. Think of it like a palette of colors. Each child has their own combination of characteristics. Some may have more difficulties communicating, others may express themselves in ways that aren't so conventional. Some might be very sensitive to sounds, smells, or textures, while others may have repetitive behaviors or highly specific interests. But remember, every child is unique, and autism manifests in very different ways from one child to another. If your child has been diagnosed on the spectrum, you'll notice that some things might be a bit different in how they interact with the world. Let's talk a little more about these characteristics. They might have difficulty maintaining eye contact or understanding facial expressions. This can make communication seem challenging, but there are many ways to help them express themselves and understand those around them. Communication is often one of the first challenges parents face. It's common for autistic children to have speech delays or use nonverbal ways to communicate, like gestures, expressions, or even technology. Maybe your child doesn't talk as much as other kids their age, but that doesn't mean they're not trying to communicate. A tip is to always pay attention to the small signs. Often, they communicate their needs through gestures, facial expressions, or even looks. The good news is that there are various therapies that can help in this process, such as speech therapy, which can teach your child to develop communication skills, whether verbal or through other means like alternative communication. Besides communication, another aspect that deserves attention is repetitive behavior. Autistic children can develop specific routines and rituals that help them feel secure. To some, this might seem different, but for them, it's a way of coping with the world around them. Your child might repeat certain phrases or movements, or become attached to a specific object. This is completely normal within the spectrum. These repetitive behaviors, called stereotypies, can be a way for the child to organize the chaos around them. As a parent, you'll discover that one of the best ways to help your child is to create a stable routine. Children on the spectrum generally benefit greatly from a predictable environment where they know what to expect throughout the day. For example, having set times to wake up, eat, play, and sleep can help reduce anxiety. Small changes in routine can cause discomfort, so try to keep things consistent, and when there's an inevitable change, try to prepare them in advance by explaining what's going to happen in a simple and clear way. Another very important point is social inclusion. One of the biggest challenges for many autistic children is relating to other people. They might have difficulty understanding social rules or interacting with their peers. Some children might prefer to play alone or not fully grasp the concept of sharing. But that doesn't mean they can't develop friendships. Over time, with guidance and practice, they can learn to interact socially in a way that makes sense to them. This is where the role of the school comes in. School inclusion is essential for the development of children with autism. Fortunately, many schools are increasingly adapting to welcome and support these students. The role of teachers and the educational team is fundamental, but the partnership with parents makes all the difference. Actively participate in your child's school life, Keep an open dialogue with teachers, and always be present at meetings and activities. By involving yourself in the school routine, you'll notice that your child can progress much more than you might imagine. Now, you might be wondering, but what about when my child has meltdowns? How do I handle that? Meltdowns can be scary and sometimes very difficult to manage, especially when they occur in public. These episodes are often the result of sensory overload. This means your child might be feeling overwhelmed by stimuli they can't process. It could be caused by loud noises, bright lights, crowded places, or even unexpected changes in routine. In these moments, it's important to stay calm and try to handle the situation peacefully. Creating a safe and calm environment, with fewer visual and auditory stimuli, can help prevent these meltdowns. A practical tip is always to have a plan B in situations that might be stressful, like parties or events with lots of people. And did you know that parents can also experience a kind of overload? Yes, caring for a child with autism can be emotionally exhausting, and you shouldn't blame yourself for feeling tired or frustrated. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Talking to other parents who are going through the same situation, seeking support groups, and, if necessary, looking for professional help for yourself is also important. The stronger you are, the better you'll be able to care for your child. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Beyond behavioral therapies, it's also important to offer emotional and psychological support both for your child and for yourself. Autistic children might have difficulty expressing their emotions in conventional ways, but that doesn't mean they don't feel deeply. Being an emotional support system, offering unconditional love and security, is essential. Create an environment where your child feels loved and accepted for who they are, without trying to force changes that make them fit into a specific mold. Every small step should be celebrated, and every achievement, no matter how minor it may seem, is a significant triumph. And when we talk about the future, many parents ask themselves, will my child be able to live independently? Will they be able to have a full adult life? The answer is that every child is unique, and there's no single trajectory for autism. With the right support, many autistic children grow up to become independent adults, with jobs, friendships, and an active social life. The path might not be easy, and there may be ups and downs, but the important thing is to keep believing in your child's potential. The key is to offer the right tools from an early age. Now, let's talk about therapies and professional support. Early intervention is crucial. The sooner you start therapies suited to your child's needs, the better the outcomes tend to be. Occupational therapy, for example, can help with motor skills and daily activities. Behavioral therapies like applied behavior analysis, ABA, can assist in developing social and learning skills. It's important to find qualified professionals who can work closely with your child and tailor strategies to their specific needs. Don't forget the importance of involving the whole family in this process. Siblings, grandparents, and other close relatives can play a significant role in your child's development. Educate them about autism, encourage them to participate in activities, and foster an environment of understanding and support. The more united the family is, the stronger the support network will be for both you and your child. Technology can also be a great ally. There are numerous apps and tools designed to aid communication and learning for autistic children. Visual schedules, communication boards, and educational games can make a big difference in how your child interacts with the world. Explore these resources and see which ones resonate best with your child. Nutrition and physical activity shouldn't be overlooked either. A balanced diet can have positive effects on mood and overall well-being. Some parents find that certain dietary changes help reduce behavioral issues, although it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes. Physical activities, like swimming or gymnastics, can also be beneficial, providing sensory input and helping with motor skills. Remember, patience is your greatest ally. Progress might be slow at times, and setbacks can happen. Celebrate the small victories, like a new word spoken, a social interaction, or mastering a daily task. These moments are precious milestones on your child's journey. Lastly, advocate for your child. Be their voice when they can't express themselves. Whether it's in school meetings, medical appointments, or social settings, your advocacy is crucial. Educate others about autism, dispel myths, and promote acceptance. The more people understand, the more inclusive and supportive society becomes for individuals on the spectrum. We've reached the end of this video, and I want to leave you with a very important message. Autism is not an insurmountable obstacle. It's part of the journey, a unique way of seeing and experiencing life. With the right support, love, and a lot of patience, your child can have a life full of achievements. You, as a parent, are the foundation of this journey. Your love, understanding, and determination make all the difference. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If you found this content helpful and believe it can assist other families going through this moment of discovery, how about subscribing to the channel? This way, you can continue receiving more tips and guidance that can make a real difference in day-to-day life. Remember, every small progress is a victory, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Your child is incredible just the way they are, and with love, patience, and support, their future will be bright. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.